Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 4 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. We are just about to go and attack Lenape once more. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think I'm going to call any of my allies in. I don't particularly need to. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Let's get in over here. I can still call them in later on if I really need the help. They weren't even at full maintenance there, which is quite good. This is one of the issues that the Native Americans do have. Oh, 20 war score for that. This is one of the issues the Native Americans do have. They often just don't have enough... They often just don't have enough men or enough money to keep their armies sort of going. I'd like you to be the one that has the leader, actually, but that's not going to work, is it? So we need to split, and we need to move them all across bar 3. There we go. Move you out of there. Leave 3,000 behind. Forced migration against Abenaki. Huron has announced us as a rival. I thought we already were. We can get... Oh, we're at war. And whilst Sourdough ruled our people wisely in peacetime, we may need a respected warrior to lead us to victory. Is a capable chief. Why would I want a 015 when my current ruler is a 555? Makes no sense at all. So yeah, the problem that you have with the Native Americans is they don't have much of a base income, which makes it very, very difficult for them to actually be able to keep a decent-sized army fielded. So a lot of the time they'll either be sitting around at less than full maintenance, or they will disband troops. So sometimes you do get the opportunity to jump on your neighbours because they've let themselves become a little bit weaker. But we are pretty much still the single biggest Native American tribe at the moment. Wow, Foix actually moved... It's not Foix. Foix is F-O-I-X, which is France. In France. It must be just Fox. Or Faux, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to say Fox. But yeah, they've moved an awfully long way. See, there we go. We had a disease outbreak. That's what I was worried about. This happens, and you lose some men because you get a disease outbreak, and then you don't have enough men to siege the fort. So we'll go ahead and put another stack in there, which is annoying, because I'd sooner you only need 3,000 to siege. So I'd sooner not have 4,000 on there taking that level of attrition. But what can you do? If you're going to keep getting the supply shortage event, or sorry, the disease outbreak event, then there's not much else you can do, really. So we'll see if we can make some money from this. How close are we to being able to pick up an admin tech? I mean, it doesn't help us out an awful lot, but we might as well start to tech up. What's going on down here? There's a lot of units moving around. Abenaki. Abenaki is at war with Lenape. Well, you can't really do anything against Lenape, can you? Because I'm sieging them out. They've got no army. So it was a little bit silly you trying to declare on them. Yeah, that's it. Get out of my province. You're causing me attrition, you git. Oh, move away. There we go. Siege of Lenape is complete. So what can we take from them? Not an awful lot. We can force them to move. We can get them to end a rivalry, but the problem is you can't, using this type of CB, you can't really gain an awful lot from them. We'll get their trade power, we'll get the war reps from them, and we'll take as much money as we can get from them. 160, wow, that's a lot of ducats there. Yeah, 100% is as much as we're going to take from them. Okay, I guess that's what we're going to have to go ahead and do. But the point is, that was the war. One gives us some more money. We have a mission, because we've completed that one. Manpower needs to recover. Couldn't agree more. We can now build improvements. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, these are unique buildings where we can only build one. But these things we can pretty much build anywhere. Here and here would give us 0.08 tax. Unfortunately, don't have enough gold to buy another one over there. While I think about it, though, let's go ahead and I'll just leave it on pause. Instinctively, I always pause this game whenever I go into the menu. The main reason for doing that is because often I'll go into the menu to do something, and then I'll get pop-up after pop-up after pop-up to deal with, and then I usually leave the menu and forget what I went in there for. So that's why I'm basically doing that. We need some people to get closer to us so that we've actually got someone that we can pick on. You like us quite a bit. Let's go ahead and improve our relations there. How many of my relations am I currently using? 2 of 3. Might even get an alliance with you if possible. Although you are on the... What are you... You're completely having a breakdown there, aren't you? It might be nice to take Manhattan, but again, we don't have the CB for it. It'd be nice if we could sort of like try and vassalize. We'll offer them an alliance, though. They're going to say yes. And the more alliances we get, the better. Now then, you guys, Cree, what are you doing on my borders here? So we should automatically have a forced migration CB on the Cree. Apparently not, although the Huron would come in if we were to go and start that fight. So that's not maybe a particularly good idea. How are we getting on with this colony? And also, why are you standing in it? So, new settlers, only 6.2 chance. I wonder why that is. What is this colony level minus 7%? What's the colony level? But that's actually quite slow. I mean, we've had a couple of events that have given us 100 population. If it weren't for that, then we'd still be really low. Let's go back up to speed 4. We're not at war anymore, so we can afford to do that. We can't reform government because you need all the native advancements, and we need a neighbour having embraced some institution with an adjacent core or province. Gain the mercantilism, always the way to go. So yeah, we could take one of those, but I don't think we're going to do it just yet. Because we don't have a neighbour. Gained a forced migration CB against Lenape, Sequenhoc. But you are the leader of my federation. So we can't really do that. Yeah, why don't I have a forced migration CB against you? You're right next to me. Doesn't make any sense sometimes. Now, you guys are not at war, and you seem to be getting quite a big network of allies there, which is not particularly great. See, this is why I had considered playing a game in the New World as a non-Native American. Because if I played a game in the New World as a non-Native American, then I would be able to attack people much more easily. Maybe I'll have to give that a go. Maybe what I'll do is, when I get some time over the weekend, is I will consider actually... I'll mess around with it. I've never really messed around with the custom nation designer. So I don't know whether it's possible to create a Western-based nation here in the New World. If you can do that, that would be the ability to steamroll, in my opinion. But I'll look into it anyway, and then maybe if that's possible, I'll switch from doing this campaign to doing that campaign. Because I do appreciate, and I'd forgotten this when I did the Iroquois campaign last time, because I know a lot of people watched it, and a lot of people were still asking for it when it were finished. And I do realise that the Iroquois campaign is quite slow burning. It takes quite a lot of time to get off the ground, to be able to build up a big enough army, to actually be able to get CBs against people and do stuff. So, yeah, it's going to take some time. Really need to be able... I'm trying to remember now. I didn't go back and watch my previous videos, but I'm trying to remember how we actually took land from people previously. Now you can do it with your rivals. You can take land from your rivals. But if I was to try and attack the Huron over here, it'd be such a massive coalition. There isn't really, well, not a coalition, but such a massive chain of allies. There's not really an awful lot that I can do. We could possibly declare war on the Cree. But there again, we don't have a CB with the Cree either, so... oh yeah, the Cree are the ones that are up there anyway. So we can lose the stability and gain lose one base. Well, I don't really want to lose base tax in Onondaga, so we'll go for the national unrest. But the monthly autonomy change is going to go down. Our war exhaustion should have burnt off, so our we've still got negative national unrest. That is fine. So we can invest in the technology. Let's go ahead and get the admin tech. Can't really do anything with that right now, and it doesn't put us ahead of time, so we don't get the admin efficiency, or sorry, the production efficiency. But we do need to start getting our technologies up, particularly in military tech, because having the better infantry shock and the combat width will help out. So we just have to wait there a little bit. We can already invest in an advancement. Now this one is Diplo. Now, I've already suggested that migration cooldown is useless, but we might as well start taking some of these. We are going to have to. Migration cooldown, yeah, we know that. So, you've actually moved away from us there, which is interesting. Is that our ruler died again? And now we get a 1-2-1. A 1-2-1 is absolutely terrible compared to what we had before. So that's a little bit annoying. Okay, we need some people that we can attack. Or we at least need the ability to be able to... Yeah, see, the settlers is going down even more. This colony level is now gone down to -8. So, is this basically a mechanic that means the bigger a colony gets, the slower it grows? Which I find a little bit weird. Either way, though, the colony is nearly done. It is up to 893 colonists, so... Or colonial members, at least. We still need to find somebody that we can pick on. So, you like me and we're allied. It'd be nice if I could pick on you, but again, just no CVs against anybody. Makikan no longer considers as a rival. They're no longer a valid rival for me, so who else can I rival then? Oh no, I only have 2 rival slots. Which is Fox and Huron. And Fox is like all the way down here now in Kentucky. So I can't really reach them. Not easily. Not easily at all. Migration CB against the Cree. But again, if I declared war on these, we'd be bringing in the Makikan, the Pico, and the Huron. So Squenhock would come in and help. Let's go ahead and consider this our comeback tour. Let's go and make our ruler into a leader. He's got a lot of maneuver, but he's pretty terrible at everything else. We'll move over there. I'm not going to do this right away. He's moved already, see? I couldn't have even done it if I'd have tried. So let's move you back. And this is for the military one. I think having that land leader shock is probably worth it. We've got 2 of them done now. So that helps. What have we got here? Our truces. Oh, truces are ending. Truces ending is fantastic. So who can we pick on? Lenape. We still have our truce with Lenape. They're like the only people we do currently have a truce with. Large band splits up. One of the largest bands in our tribe has discussed splitting and going separate ways, both away from our home in Onondaga. They argue that they could accomplish more this way, but the split may force us to recognise much of our current to reorganise much of our current society, especially since people are leaving the centre of our nation. Let them split and accomplish more. Again, we'd lose stability and we'd lose base tax. It's the same event that we had like just a few minutes ago, which is really, really annoying. So, you are my ally. I got no CB against you. That is the colony done, and it's self-sustaining. Excellent. We can make it into a state, which obviously we probably should. We'll increase our income slightly, and we need to core it, of course. Gain some money or gain the prestige. We'll take the money for now. So we could go and get another colony going. Unfortunately, we can't get Manhattan. Because it would be nice to get down to the coast. Now, we are making decent money, but we've got to keep... We have to keep colonising. We have to keep colonising. There's no real way to advance in this if we don't. So we'll start working our way towards Manhattan. Now, is it possible we could get ourselves another building? We don't quite have enough yet. We need at least 35 to get a building. Still don't have any advisors yet. But again, we just can't afford them. We do not have the income. It's always a very, very difficult start as the Native Americans. I guess maybe that's why people were watching this series when I did it before, because even though I thought I wasn't doing very well, the more I stop and think about it, a Native American start is actually incredibly difficult because you're so limited by development. It's very hard to make any money. It's very hard to take any land. And then it doesn't take long before you're having to deal with the Westerners coming over and colonising. So it's actually quite a tricky thing. Can we have any more rivals yet? No, we can't. So I've just got 2 rivals of people who are very, very far away. Annoyingly, I haven't even been given any... I haven't even been given any missions to attack people. Even that would help. Manpower needs to be 90%, so we're looking at about 10,500 men. So we've still got a little way to go. We're still only gaining 100 each month. Can I really not afford to build any buildings? They're all 40 ducats now, are they? Why have they gone up? I thought they were 35 at one point. Is something gone and increased my costs here? Now then, we could declare a war on... Nope, no CB. And even if we had one, we'd be fighting for the Cree and the Huron. Susquehannock and the Powhatan would come in, though, if I asked them to. There we go. Now we can build a building. Build it in our old colony. Get some tax ducats coming out of it. Again, this is another important reason why you need to keep colonising, because although the colonies themselves are very expensive to get going, it just gives us more development. The more development we have, the higher the force limit we can have, and the more money we'll make. Though, of course, it does take a long time to catch up in tech. Manpower is getting there. And we're getting 100 each month, so that's not too bad. Iroquois gains a diplomatic insult on Lenape. Do you know what? That should give us a CB against them. Do we still have a truce with you? We do. Until 81. Bugger. Oh, we've got that trade power thing anyway. I'd forgotten about that. Oh well, it doesn't really make any real difference to us. I certainly think the Native Americans need more ways to declare war. Because the way it stands at the moment, it's just too... The way it is at the moment, it's just too difficult to actually be able to attack somebody. Aspiring CB, yeah, that diplomatic insult, we can't really do anything about that. Love to be able to attack you, or if Fox or Four or whatever they're called would come further back this way, we might have a chance against them. We broke our alliance with the Susquehannock. We broke our alliance. They've rivaled me, have they? Interesting. Abenaki and Potawatomi are still... Well, okay, let's go rival them right back. So if I were to declare war on you... we'd be breaking a truce, but Powhatan and Abenaki would come in against me. So, how many relations do I currently have? 2 of 3. We could get one more. So, would you be willing to... Let's invite you into a federation. I'm going to start my own federation. I'm going to invite you into my federation and offer you an alliance. And we'll start getting rid of our allies who aren't really our allies. They're all going to be in the wrong federation. Is there anybody else who is not in a federation? You're not in a federation. The Ojibwe. Join my federation. Now, I think that federation members don't put you over your relationship limit. No, they don't. I mean, obviously an alliance is stronger because it means that you get better relationships with them. But anyone that is not in a federation, I should try and get friendly with and invite them in. Micmac is in a federation. You're in a federation with... See, these two are in a federation. This is just like Lenape. Lenape and the Micmac are in a federation together, and they're allied with each other. They're like the only ones. But I haven't got any way of properly declaring war against them, which is unfortunate. Not unless I want to truce break, which I don't really want to do. Let's keep looking around, see if we can find anybody else who is not currently in a federation. The ones further away would probably say no anyway, just based on distance. But most of them are going to be in federations by this point. And again, the ones that are too far away are no use to us in war anyway. Lose 100 Diplo or lose 1 stability. Either way, it's crap, but I think we'll lose the 100 Diplo. I'd sooner save up the admin. We're further ahead in Diplo native ideas, or native advancements. We're further ahead in Diplo than we are in admin anyway, so we might as well do that. So now that we've actually got more... Well, we still only have a force limit of 11. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher now that we've got the colony and we've got slightly higher base base military power. But no, apparently not. So this colony is going to take quite a while. Now if we look here, I want to see the gain. Yeah, colony level minus 2%. So it seems to slow down as time goes on. We are still making some money here. So, remind myself who is in my federation. Ojibwe and Pico. So I could go ahead and declare... Well, I've still got that truce. We've still got... Why do we have no CB? We're rivals. Maybe it's just because we are... because we have the truce. It must just be that. We've done the manpower mission. We don't even have a secondary mission. There's no more missions for it to give us. But I think that is a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying EU4. I'll see you next time. And until then, goodbye for now.